Good morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. We're going to be looking at the weather here for the next 10 minutes or so. Pretty quiet conditions out there. We do have burn bans in place across the entire area now. We'll be updating you with that. We'll show you the map, and we'll also look out towards the tropics. Only one thing right now going on in the Atlantic, and looks like Lorenzo, our tropical storm's dying off pretty quickly, so that's not going to be sticking around for much longer as well. So hopefully we're kind of wrapping up hurricane season. We'll have to wait and see, but right now pretty quiet across the Gulf and also down towards the Caribbean. Our rest of the day forecast takes us up into the upper 80s for later on this afternoon, 87, 88. Then we'll back off into the middle 80s by 6 o'clock. As we head towards 10 o'clock, we'll see temperatures falling back down into the lower 70s. Just a few clouds building up through the afternoon. Unfortunately, no rain in southeast Texas for today. Next couple of days also look to be on the dry side. Allergy reports. All these numbers are actually down from yesterday, but still heavy on weed. Tree is low, grass is low, and then we're looking at medium on mold. Like I said, all these numbers down a little bit, so that's some good news, but still some areas are a little bit on the high side there. Let's take a look at some of our Roofing 911 live sky cams, and this one over towards Lake Charles. Beautiful shot there as we see some people enjoying the waterways over there in southwest Louisiana. That's the port of Lake Charles there. And then we shoot over towards Jasper, up in the lakes area, looking at the Jasper County Courthouse. This camera brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 live Skycam network. It does get a little hilly up there towards the Jasper area, especially compared to what we're looking at down here in say Jefferson County, Orange County, where it's just basically flat. So it is a little hilly, I guess you could say, at Jasper. Not quite the hill country, though. I agree with you there. But you can see the blue skies there, and conditions still pretty comfortable as we're seeing some upper 70s and some lower 80s. Let's switch down to Port Arthur. Beautiful day there. Looking at a camera brought to you by Market Basket, looking at the Port Arthur area for this morning, and you can see not a cloud to be found on our Roofing 911 live Skycam network. As you can see off towards the left side of your screen there, the Intercoastal Waterway, lots of ships heading up and down the campus of Lamar State College, Port Arthur, down there in the foreground, and looking pretty good. You can see the bridge off there in the distance heading over over towards Louisiana, I guess, eventually, if you're going to go over that bridge and head over in that direction. All right, as we take a look over at the Horseman's Western Store, more blue skies, currently showing 83 degrees in Orange, humidity at about 53%, so that's dry. Usually you want to see humidity up there around 60 to 70% to give you a chance for some rain. 53% is just not a lot of moisture to deal with, so that's why we're seeing the clear skies out there, not even a cloud developing as of yet. And we're seeing a little bit of a northeasterly wind at about 4 miles per hour. And like I said, things are getting a little bit dry. Matter of fact, you can see the grass there on the side of the highway turning a little brown here and there, as we haven't seen really any significant rainfall for quite a while. And looking at the forecast right now, it looks like at least the next couple of weeks we don't have any big rain chances out there. Here's the view from Pack of the Prairie, downtown Beaumont, currently showing 80 degrees, humidity also right there into the 50s, around 56%. And we're seeing a light north wind at about 2 to 5 miles per hour in downtown Beaumont. Temperature-wise, we're getting up into the 80s. 80 right now in Beaumont, then 81 at Port Arthur, then 82 in Orange. Kirbyville's updated to 84, Silsbee's at 82, Jasper's at 84, and Woodville, one of the warmer spots there, at about 85. So starting to climb as far as those temperatures are concerned. Across the state, we have some rain up towards the Texas Panhandle. There's a weak front just across the northern part of the Panhandle there, and they're seeing some showers out ahead of that, some disturbances kind of sliding through New Mexico into parts of West Texas for this morning, and then some very light showers coming in down towards Corpus Christi or just south of there with some cloud cover. So very, very light stuff as far as rain there. And then you can see East Texas, Central Texas pretty quiet, North Texas very quiet as well, as we'll see lots of sunshine up there. Because we don't have anything going on, it's been so dry, burn bans are in place, and that includes the entire viewing area that we have here, including Jasper County, Newton County, Tyler County, Hardin County, Orange County, and Jefferson County. Everyone that's under a burn ban basically means you can't do any outdoor burning. If you get a few flames get away from you, a few embers, that could catch hold in other places where it's very dry and the winds pick up a little bit. That could be a big problem. So we've already seen a couple of fires break out here and there through parts of Jasper County. I believe we had a couple of fires up towards Newton County as well over the last week or so. So already seeing a few problems out there because it's been so dry. Just don't do any outdoor burning, basically. Just make sure you don't have any problems. Also, if you're towing a trailer or something like that, have some chains hanging down, those sparks could also ignite maybe some of the grass on the side of the highway. I think we saw that up in Jasper the last couple of days. So make sure if you're towing something, you don't have anything dragging, or even if your car has a dragging tailpipe or something like that, those sparks can ignite a fire. So be aware that it's very dry conditions, and watch those areas out there where you're next to some grass on the interstate and you got some problems with your car, or you're towing something with chains hanging down, some sparks coming out. You got to watch for that. All right, let's take a look around the rest of the country. Still dealing with a little bit of a nor'easter through parts of New England for this morning into this afternoon. Still some windy conditions and some high surf there. We're seeing scattered showers and storms up through the Midwest, all the way from the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, getting some rain over towards Wisconsin, getting some showers there. There's that rain I was talking about over towards the Texas Panhandle. And then as you head out towards the West Coast, Southern California, getting some heavy rain, some much needed rain over there. And it looks like they're seeing some pretty heavy snows up into the mountains there, Sierra Nevada, into parts of Central and Southern California. So good news for the ski resorts out there, as I'm sure they're banking on hopefully having a little bit of snow as we're getting close to a ski season as we head in towards November and December. But yeah, they're definitely getting some heavier snows out towards parts of Central and Southern California. Take a look at what Futurecast is showing. Basically upper 80s for this afternoon, so these numbers need to be bumped up by about 4 degrees or so. We'll be about 87, 88 through the afternoon, mostly sunny skies. As we drop back into this evening, temperatures into the 70s, and then from there we'll drop off into the 60s and upper 50s for tomorrow morning, kind of a mix of that. Tomorrow we do it all over again. We go through the 70s in the morning, we'll get up into the 80s for the afternoon, upper 80s again, and then we'll see temperatures drop back off into the 70s tomorrow evening. Here's the tropics. Tropical storm Lorenzo. Winds are down to 45. Earlier this morning we were at around 60 or so. So it is really kind of fallen off. It's running into a little bit more of a harsher environment. Northwesterly winds at 15, and they only take this thing through about Friday as it continues to weaken as we go through the next few days. So Lorenzo won't stick around much longer. Besides that, there's nothing that the Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on right now. So hopefully we're winding down hurricane season. It goes through the end of November. But typically when you get far into October, especially mid to late October, you don't see a whole lot developing out there. So hopefully this is the last gasp of hurricane season. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing on the long range models indicating any hurricanes coming into the Gulf anytime soon. Our coastal marine forecast calling for a northeasterly wind along the coast at 5 to 10 knots, seas about a foot. Next high tide is tomorrow. We had one just after midnight, 12:34. That's the only one for the day. Our sunset tonight's at 6:46. Water temperature there in the middle 80s out in the Gulf. So today mostly sunny. Northeasterly winds at 3 to 8. Temperatures in the upper 80s. As we head towards tonight, clear skies. We're looking at temperatures right around 60 degrees. Some upper 50s, some lower 60s. With northeasterly winds around 3 to 8. Our 7-day forecast shows dry through Thursday. Same type of weather Wednesday and Thursday. Lower 60s. Upper 80s as far as highs and lows, mostly sunny skies. Then we start to bring in rain chances. 20% for Friday with a weak disturbance going through. That won't be much rain. And then Saturday and Sunday, also not much rain out there as we see a cold front come through. 30 could maybe be bumped up a little higher to about 30%, or about 40%, but still just a few scattered showers here and there. And then looking at dry conditions on Monday, as we'll see temperatures in the middle 80s. That number down there at the bottom of your screen, you can text us if you have any weather questions, 409-749-9302, and that will get you to our weather phone. You can text us a question. Can't call the number, we don't answer that phone, but we do check it throughout the day for any questions, and we'll try to get back to you as fast as we can. So 409-749-9302. Appreciate you watching our stream. We're going to wrap up here. Just not a lot going on right now. Once again, remember that the whole area is under a burn ban. That just started to happen this morning. Hardin County and Jasper County have now updated to burn bans for those counties. Appreciate you watching this morning. Hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.